Hi guys, welcome to the UK. Part two of this morning's chit chat. I had to go off, take my daughter to work. So a big thing we're doing at the moment. I know a lot is happening with the Priscilla topic at the moment. I'm getting so many comments that I just feel that I want to go through them because ultimately this channel is about the subscribers and their comments, their views. And then I'm reading their views and I'm giving you my reaction to your views. Whether unfortunately, it's not going to please everyone what I say, because obviously we all have so many different opinions on all of these aspects of Priscilla and Elvis and how they treated each other and what they both went through and the things that happened. So I'm just going to literally go from the top and just start reading comments and just go from there. So let's have a look. Right, so there's quite an angry comment here. I think it's from Russia. User BV9K. I never believed it, Priscilla. She's the biggest liar in the world. She also didn't care about Elvis the man. She needed it. She needed the ring for status, luxury life, Hollywood glamour, fame. She's been pretending to be someone else her life. Let's have a look. All the men deceived Elvis. She generally doesn't know the real one, love. Otherwise, I would. So it's not clear because he sort of typed it in an odd way. But Elvis until death. They took care of him. Others did not visit sick Elvis, even in hospital. Poor Lisa Marie. Her mother was terrible. A chat about Lisa and Elvis. She can, as much as I want, I'll tell her I do not believe. Okay. Then there's like a devil sign. Do you know what? That, even though that's hard to read because the way it's been typed out, isn't that just the general view of Priscilla? Everyone just thinks she's a liar. I mean, at one comment, they put in here that she didn't visit him in hospital. Obviously, she deceived him. She was a crap mother, a bad mother to Lisa Marie. You know, these are just things I keep hearing over and over again. And you lot have strong views about Priscilla's parenting of Lisa Marie, especially when it comes to Scientology. You know, she probably did many things bad as a parent. I definitely disagree with the Scientology thing. But I also, if you go back to the earlier interviews of Priscilla, and especially the early interviews that they did together, they come across really close and like they're really getting on well. And even some of the later interviews with Lisa Marie, she really does seem fine with Priscilla. But then it all just... Okay, man, I'll get you some dinner soon. But it all just goes wrong, doesn't it? It all just goes wrong. And the last sort of 10 years, to me, I think, from things I've read and watched, a lot is hearsay. It just lost its way, didn't it? And Priscilla kept making silly mistakes. I think there was a lot of anger from Lisa Marie towards Priscilla towards the end. But I also think they had some lovely years together. So it's a difficult one, isn't it? Right, I'm just going to read the comments and we'll see how it goes. Priscilla also wanted to look taller, hence the beehive hairstyle. She is not a very tall lady and she looked very short when she stood next to Elvis. The beehive was also the trend of the 60s. And this is from The Girl Who Never Met the King. Thanks. You commented many times on my videos. The Girl Who Never Met the King. And yes, you got a good point. Let's see. Another one from The Girl Who Never Met the King. I saw the Loose Woman interview too, and Priscilla does declare that she was sexually intimate with Elvis after Lisa Marie was born. And it comes from the horse's mouth, guys. Priscilla states that she was having sex with Elvis after Lisa Marie was born. Hello, Mr. Garlic Man. I think we spoke before, haven't we? Is that correct? Just tell me where you're from. Let me know your name. Good morning to you. Right, on that comment. Yeah, she doesn't actually say I had sex with Elvis. What happens is one of the panelists in the interviewers in Loose Woman, the UK chat program. Hi, Michael from Illinois. I bet the weather's nice over there where you are. Yeah, it's sunny here but cold. I'm in Southwest UK near Bristol. So yeah, I bet it is. I'm having a coffee this morning. Anyway, so what I think in this interview on Loose Woman, the woman, one of the interviewers is probing Priscilla Presley and saying to her, how could you have been with him? You were only 14. This interviewer doesn't really know what she's talking about. So I remember watching this thinking, you just can't stand Elvis. This is the interviewer, yeah? You never slept with him. That wasn't a proper relationship. I heard that he told you how to dress. It was that kind of interview. And Priscilla is sort of taken aback. This woman's going for her. Because what is Priscilla up until that point has been praising Elvis. Yeah. So then she says, he didn't even sleep with you because you'd had a baby. Then she went, oh no, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. We did. That's how she answered the question, which gives the impression that they still were intimate. Yeah. So let's keep going. Gail, hello in Australia. Welcome back. So I zoomed off, dropped my daughter off. She was hungover because she'd been drinking alcohol last night, and came back. I wanted to carry on going through these comments with you guys. Right, let's read the next one. I think they loved each other, but have many problems. This is Danielle Castro. And difficult relationship. Still, they remain close most of the time. Probably wasn't as close at the end, but they were close, for example, when Priscilla was pregnant with Navarone. She's talking about Lisa. Right, okay. Lisa Marie. Lisa was the first to know, bought the test, and went to LeMay's classes with her. I don't know what a LeMay's class is. Okay, well, that's interesting. And Lisa was there at the room when Navarone was born. That's very good information there. When the twins were born, Priscilla and Riley were there with Lisa, as Lisa told Hello magazine. Okay, well, I like that. So she's said where the information comes from. And just from that comment alone, this is what I keep saying. That I know people think Lisa and Priscilla hated each other. There's hundreds of comments why Lisa hated Priscilla, yeah? And Scientology keeps getting brought up. But I actually think they were very on and off. I think they went through many times where they were quite close and got on very well. And there are lots of interviews of them sat together, giggling and laughing. Don't forget, at 25, Lisa Marie allowed Priscilla to carry on running Graceland and EPE on her behalf. So it's obvious they went through some good times and some bad times. I do think towards the end, they seemed estranged from each other, especially because of the Golden Globe Awards and how they came across in that. And obviously Jerry Schilling took Lisa Marie to the Golden Globe Awards. But we don't know this as a fact. I'd actually want to see an interview from someone who was good friends with Lisa Marie to say how they were getting on at that moment, at the time of the Baz Luhrmann film being released. Because we don't truly know if they were at loggerheads. There's a good chance they were, but we don't truly know. Right. She has got her way. Right, here we are. Mary Bertie. She has got her way all her life. I say, no. She was not good, not a good wife or a mum, and Elvis would not want her to be there. Okay. So, again, that is quite serious things to say. She was a bad mum. She was a bad wife. And I just see, this is what I'd want from the comments. I'd want, because this is a very common comment that I get all the time. I'd want, okay, if she was a bad mother, let me know why. Let me know why she was a bad mother. List your reasons. Some of you list Scientology. Some of you list that she was left with the nanny too much. Some of you will say that she lived her own life and would go off and do her own thing, whilst Lisa was left too much at Graceland. And a bad wife, you guys are going to say she was unfaithful, she was after his money, she wanted fame, she didn't love him. But come on, let's find why are you saying these things? Let's know the facts. Have you finished the video? All right, should be working. So what's it done? It's saying no signal. Yeah, but you get that in that room. But it depends which internet it's connected to. If it's connected to Rio's, yeah. This is my beautiful wife. Right. So I just think if you're going to say some serious stuff about Priscilla, let's try and look into it, find out why. Let's get some facts. Let's get some proof. I think that Priscilla, once she split up from Elvis, took the parenting very seriously and had some very strict rules. And she was the rule maker. I think when Lisa Marie was staying with Priscilla, she really did run a tight ship. But then, of course, we know that when Lisa Marie would go stay at Graceland, it was free for all. She could do what she wants, party, and just get away with murder. And Elvis was too soft. So, you need the strict parent, don't you? You need the one with the ground rules. I know one of the stories was that Elvis bought her a mink coat, bought Lisa Marie a mink coat. And Priscilla just wasn't having none of it because she didn't think it was right for such a young child to have a mink coat. And Elvis was super generous, so he would give her whatever she wanted and give her total freedom. And Priscilla was the strict one to say, no, we have to have rules. We can't let the fact that you are a superstar and you're wealthy and that she can do whatever she wants affect her life. So I don't think Lisa Marie was always a terrible parent. I mean, Priscilla Presley was always a terrible parent. Now, did she make mistakes as a parent? She definitely did. What are you showing off there, mate? Look, it's your Elvis mic. Is this your Elvis microphone? Let's have a little sing-song. Uh-huh.
I have a microphone.
Have you? Where's yours then? Come and show me yours.
It's the same as...
Go and get it then. Let's see like little pop stars. This is Tino.
Mine's yellow.
Is it yellow? This is Tino and he's 4. And we are out football. We're going to spend the day out football today.
I got blue.
Yes. Right. Let's have a look then. This is Yasmin. She is 7. You got to sing into it. Uh-huh. Go. Uh-huh. Right. Do you like Elvis? Tell the truth. No, you're not saying rude things. Right, let me read this comment before they swear. Our daughter has been the most important about our relationship. She is fine. That's what matters. She did answer judgmental people would always try to reduce feelings to a cynical yes-no. Things as I love was a chess game. Imagine growing up with a drug addict father violating your mum. Now, that's not a good comment. She protected her daughter stronger than Pygmisha and Jacka. Sorry guys, that isn't a great comment, right? Yes. The media blew things out of proportion. I feel they never was anything to do it. They are family, they are business women too. Until proven otherwise, Priscilla Bulow knew where she was going when she did everything to meet Elvis. And it was not him who harassed her, but she, with the help of her parents, etc., etc. It is only the blind, the narrow-minded, and those who quickly fly over life of Elvis who do not realize taking care of business. Right, so Debbie Gibson. So why we listen to what Priscilla Wagner Bueller, ex-Presley, has to say about Elvis or Lisa Marie. You got to do that, Ezra. Right, let's keep reading some. No, there were not thousands of interviews where she said bad things about Elvis. There are thousands of interviews where she contradicts herself on her excuses that she has for leaving Elvis and lies that she put in her movies about him. That's true. This is Sapphire Blue. Hi, and if you're watching this later, Sapphire Blue, I do like your comments. You speak your mind. Right. She spent the last 40 years promoting Elvis Presley because she was getting paid $500,000 a year and later $900,000 a year for doing it, not for love of Elvis. She should never have been allowed to make a dime off Elvis. Right, let's try and find some more recent comments. We go to the most recent live. Right, here we are. So yesterday's live was an hour and 12 minutes long. It's had over 300 views. That's crazy. That's 300 hours of viewing. I find that amazing. Right, let's just click on one. We've just read that one, right? Let's play it and then we'll... Skip that, right. Right, let's click on the comments. Let's have a look here. It's funny because it gives me different comments from different videos. It doesn't give me the ones I want. Aha, what's this? Oh, this is a long comment. Rose Lamour. A lot of people in the Elvis community and outsiders desperately wanted Graceland, and she was all about the money. She also was almost nobody talks about, loved Elvis for being wanted and loved so much by everyone. She is a narcissist. So she wanted to be a special push her ego for being married to Elvis. She wanted Elvis simply because all the women wanted him, his incredible generosity and kindness and softness, and added to her desperate want to have him. Not many men are as generous as Elvis. She is very competitive by nature, and she so competed with all the women to have Elvis. She admits this herself in her book. She is calculated, two-faced, extremely selfish, fake, narcissist, jealous, insecure, evil, and a liar. I'm getting that you don't like her. She has lied so much, and she makes other people lie as well about her and Elvis. I laugh when I read books that said Elvis wanted her back. Do you guys think Elvis wanted her back? Let's have a look. I mean, I've seen an interview with the Memphis Mafia, and they said that he was gutted when they split up and did want to reconcile sometimes, but I don't know. Let's have a look. I don't believe that for the life of me. I do believe he wanted her back at the beginning, but not later on. Okay, that's fair. He was over her. He said he would never get back with Priscilla. Anyone who believes the woman is swimming in dangerous water, she is a compulsive liar, and she was the one who wanted Elvis back in the end. Not Elvis, but she told everyone Elvis wanted her back. See, I'd like to look into that and find out what is the truth. I think probably it kept changing. Not Elvis, but she told everyone, right, okay. Her twisted, calculated ways make me sick. Luckily, I know what type of person she is, and I heard a lot of people that met her and talked badly about her, and she did some really messed up stuff in the past. I could fill a book with all the nasty ways. Now that is a comment. Let's have a look. Lisa was very sick night. Yeah, she was, definitely. It's just so written all over her face. So, I mean, that's a hefty comment, guys. She clearly hates Priscilla Presley. But I still think we have to see both sides of the story, guys. It can't all be, Priscilla was completely in the wrong. Elvis did nothing wrong. He was an angel. She was the devil. No. Come on. Let's be fair. Elvis also made many mistakes. Let's be fair. I know Priscilla has made loads of mistakes and done loads of bad stuff, and so did Elvis. Come on. This is what I'm trying to get at here. That just venting hate, being angry and passionately upset isn't going to get to the truth, which is what I want. So let's see if anyone replies to that. So I replied to the comment just saying I still think it's better to forgive and move forward rather than hate. And she says she doesn't deserve forgiveness, not even one bit. She never came clean. No truth told her. Didn't apologize and still lives off Elvis. Sometimes you can't forgive people. I don't agree, because I personally think forgiveness can make you feel better. Forgiveness frees something up in you that makes you feel better in yourself, and you don't get so unwell. I think when you've got anger and hate and bitterness, I think it can make you unwell. I really believe that. So now, forgiving someone doesn't mean you have to agree with what they've done. You can still disagree with what they've done and the mistakes they've made, but you don't have to hate them. You don't have to, some of these messages can be quite extreme. Let's have a look. Vengeance is mine. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord, for I shall repay double measure. We don't have to forgive. The Lord said, hell awaits those that hurt and destroy his own people, human beings. I am of the same opinion as you. I think she's agreeing with Rose Malore, and that is Rita Presley. Now, it's too much. All this vengeance is mine stuff. Elvis fans, we're older, aren't we? Come on. We're in our 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe even 90s. We can't be full of hate, guys. Yes, we can acknowledge the mistakes and the bad stuff that's gone on with Priscilla. Yeah? But come on, we don't have to hate. It's too much. And even with Elvis, he was clearly unfaithful. Yeah? He clearly had his own problems with the medication, and he did have a bit of a bad temper, but he was a human being. He was, temptation was a problem for him as well. We know how lovely Elvis was. We know how kind he was, how generous he was, how much he did for people and for charity, and how much he did for his friends and family, and how he couldn't stand the fact that he had so much wealth and success and wanted to share it, or literally giving away all his money. We know how great Elvis was, but he was still a human being that made mistakes. I personally think that Elvis, if you spoke to 50-year-old Elvis, I think he would regret a lot of the things that he did, because he was such a good Christian man, with such a lovely upbringing in Mississippi Tupelo, and went to church regularly with his parents. And I think Elvis would be upset with himself that he was so unfaithful and that he was with so many women. I actually think the real Elvis deep down wanted to be a faithful, good father and a good husband. I really believe that Elvis, if Elvis hadn't have become famous, I actually believe he would have been a completely different person. I think he would have been a really decent, loyal father and husband, and he would have not been off with loads of different women. I really believe that. But fame completely changed that. So, anyway, I'm still going on. I'm off. This guy is a Brazilian fan, and still going on. I'm off. This guy is a Brazilian fan. I'm not really sure about that message, but I don't think that's aimed at me. But no, I am not a Priscilla fan. I'm trying my best to try and be fair. I'm an Elvis fan through and through. But we are going to, on my channel, we're going to try and see both sides of the story. We're going to see Elvis' point of view. We're going to see Priscilla's point of view. And we're going to see both their mistakes. And obviously, you give me your comments, and I will react to them. And I'm just a fan at home, and I'll give my opinion. And a lot of you are not going to agree with me, and some of you will agree with me. But I will not hate. I won't do it. This comment of vengeance is mine. Come on, guys. Come on. That's not right. So, okay, let's go back. Right, let's keep going. Right, Sophie Stein. I agree with you 100%. I always support and love Elvis Presley. In fact, I'm in love with the man, his spirit and soul and heart. I'm single. I think when I meet someone, I compare them to Elvis. That's sweet. It's really nice. I think Priscilla was the worst thing that happened to Elvis. The nicest thing I can say about her. Right. The author of Child Bride interviewed Priscilla's high school friends. They all said the same thing. Do you know what? I know about the author, Suzanne Finstad of Child Bride, and that she has clearly said that she has recordings of each interview she did, and she's written it all down and documented it. But I would like to see those interviews. I really want to see, because many now are saying that commented in the Child Bride book that they didn't say what Suzanne Finstad put in her book. So we need to get to the truth. Right. So let's keep going. Lisa trusted her. Then she found out she was taking almost $1 million a year from her without telling her. Lisa was actually suing her at the time of passing to get that back. My opinion is that Priscilla was abusive to Lisa Marie as a child, dumping her on Scientology when she was broken from losing her dad. He showed her, in my opinion, that's Deborah Jones. I'm completely against Scientology, guys. This whole thing that they turned to Scientology when she was so young was a mistake. I completely agree with that. That part, it was a mistake. Let's have a look. I don't think she dumped her on Scientology. I think she turned to Scientology to try and help her through a very stressful time in Lisa Marie's life as a teenager. And I think that was a mistake. She shouldn't have turned to Scientology. She thought that would help stop her from becoming too rebellious and reckless. And Lisa Marie was dabbling with drugs, wasn't she, at a very young age? So I think a lot of celebrities during that period of time had turned to Scientology. People like John Travolta and Tom Cruise to try and fix the decision. And I think it was a mistake. She should not have done it. But she would have had Lisa Marie's good interest at heart. So, do you hate Priscilla? Can I just ask you that? Do you hate Priscilla? Please just answer that question, because I know that you're very passionate and you adore Elvis. But do you see any of Priscilla's points of view? Because I just don't see that it's fair that Elvis is completely an innocent angel, but Priscilla has done all the wrongdoing. I just don't see how that is fair. And I worship Elvis. I love Elvis to the core of my heart. But he was a human. And we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Elvis made some mistakes. Right, Deborah Jones. Why can't Priscilla admit to cheating on Elvis? She cheated on him when Lisa Marie was 6 weeks old with a dance instructor. And that's Stephen Peck. I agree. All the interviews I've seen, Priscilla never admits any wrongdoing. She never. So you hate her. So now, Gail, this is, look, you're entitled to hate her. You know, who am I to tell you how to be as a person? But I personally think that when you hate someone, that it clouds a fair view on someone, because you're so emotionally drawn into them that you want everything to be against the person that you hate, and the whole narrative, the whole story becomes about the person you hate being completely in the wrong. So you're never going to have a fair opinion on what happened between Priscilla and Elvis over the years from 59 to 77, if there's hate there. And what I'm trying to do is sit on the shelf and go, right, imagine I didn't know them. Imagine Priscilla was a stranger, Elvis was a stranger, and I'm just learning about them. And then I'll try and give a fair opinion, because my love is always with Elvis. But the hate, none of us will know the truth because none of us were there, Gail. And you probably feel like you know the truth, but we don't, do we? We weren't there. We weren't behind closed doors. We weren't in Graceland, in Palm Springs. We weren't in Germany. So no. And I personally think that hate causes bitterness, and bitterness can make you very unwell. This is just my view. And let's carry on reading this. Right. Why can't Priscilla admit to cheating on Elvis? She cheated on him when Lisa was 6 weeks old with the dance instructor. And this is Stephen Peck. I agree. Priscilla Presley has never admitted any wrongdoing ever. And I would like to see Priscilla in an interview admit the things she did wrong. Because I agree, she's done many things wrong, made many bad decisions. I want to see it from her own mouth. I want an apology from Priscilla for the wrongdoing that she did. I'd respect her more for that. I know 100% she was unfaithful many times. But I could say the same about Elvis. Elvis was unfaithful many times. Should he be apologizing for his unfaithfulness? We have to be fair here, guys. You know, I love Elvis, but he should not have been unfaithful to his wife. He had a child. Yeah, he was married. There's no way it's okay, guys. And temptation got him. And those beautiful women got him. Tempted him into doing things he shouldn't have been doing. It's the truth. Whether you like to hear it or not. Right, let's have a look. Then Mike, who was married with a child and a pregnant wife, Priscilla thinks about herself. Who sues their granddaughter right after their man passes away for money? I agree. I fully agree. Priscilla Presley should not have sued Riley Keough. That should not have happened. A week after Lisa Marie passed, and she's trying to file a lawsuit again and saying that Lisa Marie's will wasn't hers and it was someone else's signature. I agree. Shouldn't have happened. This has caused a lot of problems. This is probably the biggest mistake Priscilla has ever made towards the Presley legacy. And this is one of the big messes up that Priscilla's made. So I'm fully on board with that. Lisa Marie had a tragic life, in my opinion. No, I think Lisa Marie had fantastic highs in her life. And there was a very big high when she started releasing her music and she got this new image, this rock image. She was loving all that. I actually think Lisa Marie had an amazing life. She had many highs in her life, many highs, but she also had many lows. And don't forget, she also had problems with medication, with taking tablets and diet pills. But she lost her father, like many of us have. Of course, Elvis Presley, the most famous man in the world. She didn't see him in that way. She saw him as her father. She lost her father way too young. It's so sad that this poor 9-year-old girl was running around Graceland without a clue. At the time, her mother wasn't there. So, you know, she's had so many horrific things happen to her. Like losing Benjamin really was the end of Lisa. Once Benjamin passed, it was game over for Lisa. So I really feel so sorry for Lisa Marie that she went through that period of time where she was grieving for Ben. But before Ben passed, she had some very happy times. We can't just judge Lisa Marie's life on the negative things that happened in her life. She had some brilliant time. You go back and watch Lisa Marie's interviews, and there's loads and loads. She was loving life, absolutely loving life. She thought life was great. So, no, some of her life was tragic, not all of it. Let's look at some of the replies to that. No, he wasn't unfaithful till he found out about Priscilla and Elvis Are you on drugs? Lisa had a terrible life. Okay. Well, Gail, I'm not going to reply to you now. So, right, okay. So the fact to say Elvis wasn't unfaithful is ridiculous. And to say that Lisa's whole life was terrible is absolutely rubbish. Total rubbish. Yes, she had some terrible times in her life, but she had some many, many happy times. And you know what? Just go on YouTube and watch the hundreds of videos of Lisa Marie Presley in very, very happy times. After Ben passed, I agree. It was all downhill. It was terrible for her. But before Ben passed, no. She was loving life. Right, let's have a look. Having an apartment they kept for their rendezvous. Yeah, so we know about this. Secretly, Priscilla had an apartment with Mike Stone, I think through 71, 72. That seems, I've seen this repeated many, many times. It's probably true. Let's have a look. Having an apartment they kept for their rendezvous, this is with Mike Stone and Priscilla, wasn't known by the public, but there was speculation in the gossip magazine about her and Mike Stone throughout 71. There was a whole photo spread of Priscilla, her mother, and Mike Stone attended a karate match in Rodeo Beach in 71. It was obvious something was going on between them in the pictures. I think one of Priscilla's was kissing him. In fact, that was the headline of the article. Elvis's wife caught kissing another man. Yeah, and that's horrible for Elvis. If this all happened, that is just horrible. And imagine how he felt. He must have been gutted and embarrassed. But you're playing with fire. Because if you're away being unfaithful, which gives your wife the freedom to create her own life and fall in love with other men and fancy other men, you're both playing with fire. Both of them pushed each other into just doing the wrong thing. It's such a shame. If you really want to have a good relationship, you need to be faithful, guys. You need to be faithful. I've been with my wife for nearly 20 years, and we've been completely faithful to each other. Now, have we had a difficult marriage? Yeah, because all couples argue, guys. We all argue, don't we? On, off, on, off. We have good phases, bad phases, but you stay true. Right, let's see. I'm trying to find some more recent ones. How do I find the recent comments? Okay, let's have a look. I'll click on a different live and we'll see. Right, let's have a look. Your videos live. Right, okay. Right, let's click on this one. See if we've got any recent comments.
100 songs on piano in 1 hour. No way. All you need to learn is 4 chords.
Okay. No, why am I? Let's go a different way. What is it? It gives you different options to click on comments. I'm trying to get the ones that came in last night. See, a lot of these I've read. Maybe we're going to have to click on a different video. Contents. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Let's try this one. Right. One more try, and then I'm going to call it a day, I think. Let's, okay. Right, these are common comments. Peggy, you know Priscilla would be nothing without Elvis. She divorced him. It's over and done with. She's moved on. Elvis Presley was a good man. He was a human. He is not here to defend himself. She has lied so much, it's not funny at all. Taking her granddaughter to court did not make any sense to me. And she just wants everything for herself. It's sad that she needs to let things go. I just don't believe anything about her. And that's a pretty standard comment of the haters of Priscilla. And I agree, Priscilla, if she hadn't met Elvis, wouldn't have money, wouldn't have fame, wouldn't have had a luxurious life, and wouldn't have lived the life she had. It's true. It's true. Right. Let's have a look. Now, these are still very recent. Let's have a look if we can get some. What's this one? We'll try and go another way. Oh, here we are. This one there. Right. Tell us about it. This is Jani Kadivas. I completely agree with your analysis. Priscilla wanted to own Elvis Presley for his fame and fortune, and she still does. She never cared about the human beings, Elvis and Lisa Marie Presley. Owning Elvis and his own child, breast, but not sure. Only grandchildren gives her power, notoriety, and money, notwithstanding her lack of talent, lack of aesthetic awareness, and so on. Just more hate for Priscilla. I mean, you know what? I could create a channel, the Priscilla haters, and it would be so busy. I'd have loads of subscribers, loads of comments, probably make loads of money. But that's not where I'm about, guys. I'm about fairness. I want to be fair. I agree with you 100%. I would always support and love Elvis. In fact, I'm in love with the man. Yeah, I think I've read that one. Let's have a look. Right. Lisa trusted her. Then she found out she was talking almost $1 million, taking almost $1 million a year from her without telling her. Lisa was actually suing her. No, I've already read this. Where's all my? I can't find all my old comments. It keeps showing me. No, it keeps bringing up my old comments. Let's have a look. Here we go. Here we go. There's one. Now, have I read this? I mostly blame Priscilla because she could have left a very long time ago, but she didn't. She stayed around like the plague and the disease you can't get rid of. And I know very well she stayed for the comfort and luxury, for having everything she wanted. She admitted that herself and sued Elvis, and she said that she wants the luxury lifestyle she was accustomed to for so long. She literally said that she knew Elvis would never stay faithful and that he didn't want to get married, but forced him into a marriage he didn't want, and then left and took his daughter and painted him out to be the bad guy. Foolish Prizzy for thinking Elvis would not change for her. Hello, quiet. I need to finish now. She could change for him. She was and still is a I do laugh at some of these comments, guys, because they're just so angry and hateful. She still is a narcissist nightmare that only cares about herself. The fact that she always fought with him about other women and not making love to her or neglecting her, and never on how she could help him with his drug abuse or career or other things. Well, I think he got heavily into his drugs, where he became very unwell. I would say after the divorce, he got much worse. And we've already said here that in an interview on Loose Woman that she admitted that they did still have sex after Lisa Marie was born. She didn't like Elvis, dreaded his hobbies and interests. I think it's clear that she didn't like when he got into his spiritual stuff. She didn't like it. Now, did she not like his hobbies and interests? That ain't true, because she loved horse riding, absolutely loved it. There's loads of video footage and stories, and I've done quite a few videos on Elvis's horses and his stables and the House of the Rising Sun and the horse, the Rising Sun. And obviously we know Elvis bought her a horse in 1967. So no, I think she loved a lot of his hobbies. So I don't agree with that. She stayed for the money and luxury and for his status. Now, very possibly. Priscilla loved money. She absolutely loved money. We know that, guys. She still does now. She's very career-minded. She's very ambitious. Even though she's 79, she is very, very career-minded. She's still going around the world promoting herself. That's the way she is. Priscilla is a gold digger for money, fame, and status. I agree. She loves fame. I definitely agree. She does. She loves attention. It's true. It's very clear. But that doesn't mean I hate her because she wants to be famous. She wants to have a career. She obviously, when she was younger, she wanted to be in movies, and she wanted to be on TV, and she wanted to promote shampoo and perfumes. But do we hate her for that? Right. She never loved Elvis, the man, but his status, money, and image. Well, I think she did love him for a while. Do I think she eventually went off Elvis and preferred Mike Stone? Yeah, it's clear, crystal clear. Because why divorce someone and very clearly carry on this relationship with Mike Stone in public if she had fallen in love with Mike Stone? It's so obvious. So yes, she fell out of love with Elvis. I agree with that. She would never have even looked at him if he was poor. Elvis was so damn naive, he didn't realize it. Well, he was extremely handsome, so I think she probably would have looked at him. He was one of the best looking men ever lived. But was she turned on by the fact he was so famous, the most famous man in the world, and so talented? Definitely. Wouldn't you be, guys? Aren't we all here because of that? Aren't we all here because Elvis was so talented and beautiful and had the best personality? So that was an interesting comment. So anyway, we're going to leave it at that. So I am not on this channel to promote hate. I'm not interested. If you're only on this channel to be hateful about Priscilla, we're not going to get on. Yeah. I want to talk about the facts. I do want to talk about mistakes Priscilla has made. And I want to hear your points of views on all the things that she did wrong. But we are also talking about Elvis. We're going to talk how things went wrong for both of them. Yeah. And I am not a Priscilla fan, but I'm not a hateful person either. And I believe in forgiveness to my heart's core. I believe we have to learn to forgive, not agree with what's happened, just forgive. And I think if people want to go through their life being angry and bitter and hateful, it isn't going to help anyone, and it's not going to help them. So this is just my views. Loads of you that are Priscilla haters will not agree with me. And the people that I think are trying to be fair and see both sides of the coin, I think will agree with me. So that's it, guys. So I do respect people's honesty, and that's it. Off I go. Take care. Bye-bye.